So I was asked the question, what is the one book that every strength coach should read? And I'd be willing to bet someone's asking about strength and conditioning book. So I'm going to list off two books that I think is super important for every coach to read, simply because I think the majority of the education that coaches are getting right now is very one-dimensional. And so what I mean by that is it's all about program design, or it's about nutrition, or whatever. And so it's super one-dimensional, and most of it has to do with what's happening in the gym. And the truth is what's happening in the gym, there's a lot of information about out there. Some of it's better than others, but we've got a pretty good handle on what to do in the gym. I think most coaches, that's what they fall in love with, is that time in. It's what's happening the other 23 hours of the day that I think could get more attention. And so there's two books that, I'll talk about the one book that I think involves training. It's the stuff that's going to be happening in the gym. The book Ultimate Athleticism by Max Schenk. What I really like about Max and that book is that he takes a pretty holistic view, and he also is teaching how to create the skill of athleticism through movement in the gym. Whereas I would be willing to bet, and my experience has shown me that the majority of training books and all this is about how to get stronger and faster, but to actually use movement in the gym to create a more athletic human being is not as popular of a topic. And yet, as I get older, the more I realize that that's a much more valuable skill set to build, which is becoming athletic and then building strength on top of athleticism. So Ultimate Athleticism is really good for that. If you're looking for something that's very, this is the workout, this is how you program design, this is how that you do the movements. And the other book that I think every strength coach should read, that's going to give you, it's got some training advice. I want to say there's a chapter or two that's got training stuff in there, but what we really want is this book called Eat, Move, and Be Healthy by Paul Chek. And what I really like about that book is, it's a guide. It's not really a book. By the time you read the first chapter, it may suggest you take these tests. It may suggest that you go, because of this, the way you scored on this test, you need to start with chapters 7, 8, and 9, or something like that. So it's cool in that it's more like a create your own adventure, or starting from wherever you're at, what's going to be the best information for you to get the biggest bang for your buck. But also it's a book that's a very holistic view. So yes, he does address the musculoskeletal system and core training, and I do love the core training that Chek has in his book, The Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. And I really like his take on nutrition. It's very non-dogmatic, and he also addresses the 4 doctors, and he talks about how to get adequate rest, how to create a life, how to create a lifestyle that is going to create success, strength, more athleticism, being more healthy. And the average athlete, look, I've coached a lot of athletes, and one of the big conclusions I've come to is most athletes do not need a better program when they get in the gym. Most of them, their biggest bang for their buck is cleaning up their diet, or having a coach that knows how to have a conversation with them that creates better habit change, better rest, better rest habits, rejuvenation habits. Rest and rejuvenation are 2 different things. So what I really like about the Paul Chek book is it helps you zoom out and really see all of the factors that play into health, which feed into fitness, which feed into performance, because if you're not healthy, your performance will only last so long. And so the athlete that performs at a higher level for a longer period of time will perform at a higher level. So so if you're looking for workout stuff specifically, I really like Ultimate Athleticism by Max Schenk. It's very simple, straightforward, and if you do that for a while, you're going to learn a lot about yourself and about training. And then the Paul Chek book, Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. It's got some training stuff in there, but it also will help you develop a bigger picture of what to think about when considering training for health and performance. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see y'all later.